What's going on, guys? Welcome to the video. I am super excited about this one today. I've been mentioning that I've been thinking about getting a daily driver. I do have the Evo 3 here behind me. A lot of you guys saw a sneak peek on my Instagram and were asking if I got rid of the Evo. No, it's still right here. Don't worry, I still have the Evo 3, but I've been trying to find a solution other than riding my motorcycle to save wear and tear and the miles on the Evo. And I've been doing some shopping around, and I think I found the ultimate daily driver. I'm gonna turn the camera around and let me know what you guys think. Say hello to my 1993 Mitsubishi 3000 GT. It is not a VR4 before you get all worked up. Pretty much the base model. I wasn't looking for anything too expensive. I don't need anything radical because I have a fun all-wheel drive turbocharged car. But I've been a huge fan of 3000 GTs ever since I was a little kid, and I found one. And it's not just any normal 3000 GT. This thing, two-owner car, and I kid you not, driven by an older lady. And you always hear people say like, oh yeah, older lady owned, older lady driven. I'm not even kidding. She's had this car since 1995. For those that don't know about the 3000 GT, it's kind of like the forgotten 90s JDM legend. It kind of gets overshadowed. I think like the Evo gets overshadowed a lot, but people always kind of, okay, Evo, yeah, Evo. But these cars, I rarely see them around on the road. Even in Japan, I would see a GTO every now and then, and I'd always turn my head. I'm a huge fan of the body lines. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna get the car pulled out so we can get a full walk around and I can show you guys everything. But I'm super giddy right now, and we'll dive into this car and I'll show you all the ins and outs, pop the hood, all that good stuff, and then kind of talk about plans. But man, I'm excited. Yeah, so let's go ahead and get in here. This thing is so clean for a, what, 27-year-old car? This is actually older than the Evo, which is crazy. I don't know if it's the brightest idea to buy another old car, let alone a Mitsubishi as a daily driver, but I believe in it. I still want something that'll put a smile on my face driving to and from work. I'm not gonna be going on any long road trips or anything like that. And this car is definitely unmolested, so I think it's gonna be a good one. And I already got the 3000 GT key aside the Evo key. Fires right up, and she purrs. So 6G72, 24 valve dual overhead cam, 6-cylinder engine with a 5-speed OEM shift knob. The only thing aftermarket in this entire car is the sound system. There's a head unit here, and there's a subwoofer and an amp in the back, which I don't mind. I don't mind a little extra noise. I love the look of the first gens, actually more so than the second gen 3000 GT. I love the flip up headlights, and fun fact, this is actually the first car I've ever owned with flip up headlights. And the first time I turned the headlight switch and I saw them pop up, I literally laughed out loud. It made my day. I've always wanted a car with flip up headlights and finally got one, and it's a Mitsubishi. I just love the body lines on this car. You got to think, this car came out in 1990. Think about other cars that were on the road in 1990. Ford Mustang, for example. I think 90, we still had the Fox body Mustang. Not the most attractive looking car. A lot of goofy, ugly looking cars out there back in the early 90s. And Mitsubishi nailed it with this one. Just like they nailed it with a lot of other cars. I love this. And this paint, it was redone 11 years ago. So the paint's 11 years old, but she kept it in her garage or in a shed, and it still has plenty of shine to it. Obviously I'm going to pull out the buffer and we're going to do a full detail on this car. But this thing is OEM, and when I mean OEM, I mean literally OEM. I'll pop the hood here in a second. Factory wheels. I just love all the vents on this car. A little bit of cosmetic stuff here and there, but come on, 27-year-old car, what do you expect? Everything works as it should. And how cool is the quad tip OEM exhaust? I don't even want to replace it. I'm not gonna lie, I don't want to replace it. So here in Georgia, when you sell a car, you take the plate, and I bought it over the weekend. So tomorrow I'll be going to the DMV to get the plate, and I'm debating whether or not I want to get the antique plate, because here in Georgia, in order to get the antique hobby license plate, the car has to be 25 years old, and this one obviously qualifies. I don't know if that's too much. You can't do custom lettering on the antique hobby plate. That's the one thing But on a normal Georgia plate, like this one over here, you can do custom lettering. So I was debating whether I wanted to do Georgia with something custom on it, or just do the antique hobby and have two antique Mitsubishis. Pretty cool. Rear wiper, I just love the lines. OEM spoiler. And the fact that the car is completely stock, I kind of want to keep it that way. A few of you have already asked me on Instagram, like, oh, what are you going to do to it? What are you going to do to it? A lot of the 3000 GTs I see, no offense to anybody out there that has one, that may be riced out, but a lot of them look riced out. A lot of them have body kits on it, big wings, crazy paint jobs. I've seen a few clean ones with some coilovers and some aftermarket wheels. I don't think it takes a lot to make this car look nice, but I think from the factory, it is a beautiful car. Honestly, I think the 3000 GT is a better looking car than the Evo. You guys can say what you want. Captain, you're crazy. At the end of the day, it's a Mirage. It's an old 90s Mirage with a factory body kit. And the body kit's phenomenal. The spoiler's awesome, the rear spats, side skirts, front bumper, the hood, everything Mitsubishi did to the Mirage really transformed this car, hence the name Evolution, and that's why we love it. And it's got all-wheel drive, 2-liter turbo, 4G63, all that good stuff. It's a blast to drive. Like, this car is an incredible car, but looks-wise, I don't know. This is a base model. This isn't even the VR4, and this is how the car came from Mitsubishi. Let's go ahead and take a look inside. Check out the doors on this. And these doors are heavy compared to the Evo. Evo doors feel like little pieces of paper, but everything on this super clean. Power windows, power locks, OEM seats in really good condition, OEM floor mats, super 90s, pretty cool. Probably just gonna clean them up. A few stains here and there, but nothing major. Get this cleaned up. An ashtray, non-smoker car. There was a little sticker right here that I removed. It was kind of tacky. It looked like it was put on there maybe 20 years ago. So we'll get that cleaned up with some Gooby Gone. But AC, nice and cold. The heat, nice and warm. Perfect for the winter right now. The back seats, perfect condition. It looks like nobody ever even sat in here. A little bit of dust up here. But like I said, we'll do a full detail on this car. Man, I am excited, guys. I am excited, and check this out. Manual for the stereo, but it came with the original 3000 GT owner's manual. That is a nice little gem with the leather case. Super cool, always a nice treat. And then the lady's husband, he's actually an aircraft mechanic. He's a professor at a technical institute out here, and he actually has an engine log, and he has all the maintenance that he's done dating back from 1998. So December 24th, it's got the odometer readings, remove rear tire, brake disc, inspect parking brake shoes, all sorts of stuff. 99. And this goes way back, way back. All the oil changes, I mean, literally receipts, you name it. He's got everything. He's done timing belt, all sorts of awesome stuff in here. So we got a new battery. The odometer, that's the one thing. There are a lot of miles on it. It's 204,000 miles right now. Got a really good deal on it. But I wasn't too concerned with the miles because of all the maintenance records and just knowing that it's a two-owner car and it was driven by a lady. Not saying that women are obviously going to treat the car better or anything like that, but I'd much rather have a car this old with miles like that, purchased from somebody like that, than somebody younger with a bunch of modifications on it that would appear to, you know, be driven hard and abused and all that good stuff. And I don't see any rust bubbles or anything. And you guys know I'm good at inspecting cars. When I was in Japan, that's what I did like 90% of the time. I'd come out and look at used cars. The weather seals are in really good condition. And one other thing I might end up replacing is the antenna. For whatever reason, all my JDM guys out there know, cars from the 90s always have the most obnoxious antennas. I don't know why. I don't know if like the radio signals are really weak in Japan, but this antenna sticks up like 5 feet. And I'll probably just end up putting a stubby on here because I'm not going to really listen to the radio. I mean, it's 2020. If you're listening to FM AM radio, I don't know what's wrong with you. Yeah, all the seals in really good condition. Just a little bit of wear and tear along here. Take a look at the driver's side door. And she did say when the paint job was done that they removed all the body panels and got underneath. driver's seat, no rips or tears, really good condition. And for OEM seats, they're actually pretty comfortable. But I was thinking, I still have the OEM Recaro that I pulled out of the Evo 3. If I can find a Recaro seat rail, I might throw it in here. It's gray, so it'll match the interior. Steering wheel, a little bit of wear and tear. Nothing a steering wheel cover could fix. But I don't even want to replace the OEM steering wheel. I don't know why. I'm digging it. One touch, auto down. Like I said, power windows, power locks. No cracks on the dash, anything like that. I will have to get one of my first mods I always do on every car, the JDM mirror. I just love having the big convex mirrors. Even the roof liner, really good condition. And then one of the coolest things about this car, it has cruise control, and it works. When I was driving the car back on the highway, I tested out the cruise control. Works like a dream. Awesome. One thing the Evo doesn't have, and when I was driving from Atlanta back here, is like 100, maybe 115 miles. Stop and go traffic for a little while, but man, when I got home, my legs were smoked. And the OEM shift knob, really good condition. I think it's the same one that they put in the Evo 3, if I'm not mistaken. And the transmission, shifts perfect. I have zero issues with putting it in gears, reverse, all that good stuff, no grinding. And I will say, my last vid, I did the short shifter on the Evo, and I'm pretty sure this is the OEM transmission, and the gear throws on this are not bad at all. Way better than the OEM Evo 3 gear throws. And like I said, there's a subwoofer in the back, and we have an amp over here. Sounds good. I mean, I usually don't put any sound systems in my car, but if it already has it in there, hey, might as well leave it. I mean, look at the body panels on here. And I like the hydraulic lift on this. Check this out. Hydraulic as well. That's so nice. I think I need to put some hydraulic struts on the Evo. And then here's the engine, completely stock. I checked the air filter out, a little dirty, so might drop a K&N in there. Got some wiring for the sound system, but other than that, there's no fritz and frills to this. Like I said, V6, dual overhead cam, 24 valve. I think the horsepower output, I think it's around like 220, 225, something like that on this car. Might try to replace this. This definitely has some miles on it. I'm wondering if those are kind of hard to find. But hey, this is a USDM spec car, and I know there's a pretty big following out there for these. I know they made more of these than the Evo, so maybe that's something easy to find. But factory exhaust, still has all the cats in there, everything. Like I said, I really don't have any major plans for this car. I just want to keep it running, keep it in good condition, and like I said, just drive it to and from work and just enjoy it. Like the drive back, I was so giddy. It drives super smooth. Factory suspension, going over little bumps, don't even feel them. Compared to, I keep comparing everything to the Evo, but I have coilovers on here, and every little crack in the road, you feel it in your spine. This drives like a dream. I feel like I'm driving on a cloud. I feel like I'm driving a Bentley. Maybe a little dramatic, but after driving the Evo for a while, it's so nice just having a stock car. The tires, a lot of meat left on them. I mean, for short term, I really don't see anything major that I have to give this car, attention. Maybe replace the radiator. It's looking a little old. Just little things here and there, but I'm not trying to rice it out. And I'm definitely going to keep up all the engine maintenance. I'm the third owner of this car. Sold in '93. The lady I bought it from bought it in '95. Insane, mind blown. And the driver layout on this car is actually pretty cool. I like the 3 gauges here. We've got water temp, oil pressure, and battery. I like how everything is kind of angled towards the driver, like you see in, the RX-7, the Supra, a lot of the cars back from the 90s. Let's go ahead, see what it looks like with the flip-ups. Yeah. check the fog light out too. V6 just purring. Yeah. OEM fog lights work too. I didn't test them out until just now. Such a cool looking car. And here's that antenna. I think Japan was trying to talk to aliens. This thing is massive, and the problem is you can't put it down. When the car is on, the radio is off right now, but that antenna goes up. Looks like a freaking RC car. And there's so much shine in the paint. I can't imagine what it's going to look like when I actually do some paint correction on it, get it buffed out, and then put some ceramic wax on it. I think it's going to look incredible. All right, guys, that's going to do it for today's video. As always, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and stay tuned for more Mitsubishi content. I'll have a lot of 3000 GT videos for you guys, and then Evo content is going to stay coming. I got a lot of things still to do on the Evo and the 4G63, so definitely stay tuned for that. Until the next video, I'll catch y'all later.